Even though I still think he's not as villain as some of the other people. Like Obito had a reason to be a villain.
Aaron
was justified.
He can see the future and still struggle. Like, to me, that's weak. And then same thing with like Obito, like over a girl, weak. And for this video, we're doing which type of villain is better. We got 4 categories: the perfect beings, the broken heroes, pure evil, and manipulators. I will say put yours in the comment section down below, but I know you guys are going to wait. So we're going to get to the video. Let us know what y'all think. All right, so we already got our backgrounds here, but I guess I'll let the let's hear what Ant got to say first. Broken hero. Why you think they're the best categories?
I feel like broken heroes, I like the fact that broken heroes have a reason to be villains. I feel like they're not just villains to be villains. I like the fact that, again, they were trying to be good people, most of them at least, were being good people and then turn into villains. Over time, I think that it gives it more depth to the story. Like I said, it gives them a reason to be the way that they are, compared to just one day deciding to be evil or being evil from the jump, or like being created, and you know what I mean, and being a villain. Like we seen with Aaron, you know, Aaron wanted to be a hero and then, you know, in turn had to become a villain to get his goal done, or whatever you want to call it. Even though I still think he's not as villain as some of the other people. Like Obito had a reason to be a villain.
Aaron was justified.
I'll let you finish.
Let him cook.
Aaron was justified. I don't care what nobody say.
He burning the food, but let him cook.
Aaron was justified.
Yeah, you burning the food.
But I feel like with Obito or like Aaron and stuff like that, I feel like they had reasons to be villains, even though some of the reasons were kind of questionable or, you know, lack. I feel like it still had a reason to be, compared to just being a villain to be a villain, or being evil to be.
I feel like you
with
kinda,
Aaron, but not with Obito. I'm gonna be straight up.
I'm gonna defend my people a little bit, because I feel like you kind of going against the pure evil people, but like your people are like dipping their foot in and like taking their foot out. Like they're evil, sorta, and it's like all for weak reasons. Like Eric could literally see the future and still decided to be like come on, like that doesn't make
He still
sense
can't achieve his goal.
He still can still struggle. He can see the future and still struggle. Like, to me, that's weak. And then same thing with like Obito, like over a girl, weak. You got true. 2 people from Naruto for a reason, because they repeat the same storyline because of how common it is. Pain's is like,
I do like Pain's better than Obito,
philosophy at least, but still overall after the fact, it's just like that was kind of weak too. Like there's so many other options your people could have chosen. To me, like they're too in and out. Like if you're going to be evil, be evil. That's kind of why I chose my people, the pure evil people. First off, we trippy. we got Dolflamingo. All of the pure evil people are like extremely memorable. So if I list out all the manipulators, all the pure evil people, all the perfect beings, I feel like you can kind of wonder, who are these people? Who are you people? But in the pure evil, we got people you always want to see on screen again, like Frieza. He even black now. We still happy. We got Dolflamingo, like all the pure, all the pure evil people. Sukuna's still going on a rampage 40 chapters later, even though I don't like it. It's still kind of cool because it's like it don't matter how we got here.
Very true.
We're the pure definition of evil. There's no resolve. There's no trying to turn me to a good guy like My Hero Academia. We standing on our decisions like men, and we keep it going. So that's why I chose mine over yours. But I do see your resolve a little bit.
True. I will say, out of all of them, Shigaraki actually was on the path of being evil, and then they did him dirty once they kept letting All For One take over his body. Pause.
Weak.
True.
Yeah, that's the point though. I felt like he was on the right path, but then they let that take over.
Until he started losing to his grandpa.
Come on, man.
I'm tired of this grandpa.
He had to go to his enemy to get his resolve. He was just like, hey, bro, let's sit in the food court for a bit. And he's like, you know what? Maybe I should be evil. It's like,
yeah.
What do you mean? You didn't think from the get-go that I should just start tearing everything apart? Like, what?
That's why Ant's people kind of annoy me a little bit, because it's like Obito could have easily been a good guy still after. He could have taken the death and looked at it from a different perspective and gone, you know what? she died. I'm going to be the best I could be.
First off, he also hit in the back like a phony. He could have
Same.
just
Watched him
stood.
do it, yeah.
And he
Watched
watched
him
the
do it,
fight
yeah.
happen. I'm like, you could have been on the
Hell.
battlefield. It did
Hell.
something. It would have
How
been
you
happy
mad
to
at
see
everybody
you.
else because you scary? And that's my problem with like
Yeah.
yours. They're
Somebody's
too
still scared.
even Pain. I like Pain's resolve because like
Pain, I
his
do.
path took him there. So like it really didn't feel like Pain had a choice, which is what I think makes Pain philosophy like everybody should see it from my point of view because I didn't get to see the other point of view.
His
So
environment.
I put him in
made
a
who he
category
was.
by himself.
You don't think Aaron was the same?
Aaron
way,
pisses
though?
me off a little bit because Aaron can see the future. Once I found out that Aaron knew the future the whole time,
But that was later,
he
though,
figured
bro.
out.
We
But
didn't
the
see.
thing is,
don't
they're
care.
saying that he was always there. It's just Aaron didn't start realizing it until he got to a certain point.
It was
again.
after what season 3, I think, is to when we found out that he could
It's
see that he saw the
before
future.
it's before the rumbling, before he started
Yeah,
doing stuff
when
to
he,
other people. So to me, the fact that he found out that late, I mean, he found out late, sorta, but he still carried off his goal to kind of try to unify the world in a dickheadish way. It's just like
Yeah, I
I'm
think
not really seeing it. I'm not gonna hold you as a villain. I won't really call him a villain because he's still trying to do it for the greater good of the people.
I mean, most villains do stuff
Dolflamingo's
for
just
the
like, I
greater
don't
good,
like
though.
y'all. I'm better than y'all. He's very close to the perfect being, but he's right outside of it, and it makes it so much better.
No, I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
that's it's. Go on, Khalil. You got it.
That's right. Shut your face. So
Hey, now hold up a second.
and to and to dog pile on Ant some more because we all like beating up on Ant. To go back to your row of characters, Ant, two of your people are technically they were manipulated, not by Eisen, of course, but if you think about it, they're I don't want to call them weak-minded, but it's like because they're broken, that's why they're so weak. Like they just
so
it's like
easy
they
to
needed a
manipulate.
purpose, and the manipulative people gave them their purpose. Like Madara manipulated Obito,
True.
and then Obito manipulated Nagato or Pain. So it's like the role. That really does diminish your role like a lot. But that's why I like the manipulative side of things because it's one of those things where they have really high IQs and the foresight and just the wherewithal to just, if I use that word right, to just be able to sit back and watch things unfold and have everything go perfectly. It's kind of insane. Like you have Light with like a 200 IQ trying to outdo L with like a 200 IQ in a game of cat and mouse, and they're both basically sleeping under the same roof.
With the whole the police department that's supposed to be assisting him. By the
No,
way,
those are the pawns.
Yeah.
Still losing.
Khalil makes a good point. You know who
True.
they should have added to your role? Orochimaru would have been perfect in your role, and I think it would have changed my
That
thought
would-
process
yeah.
on it because I think he'd have fit in it well, and it'd be
He
hard
achieved
to
his goal.
go. And he achieved his goal. He lost, but like maybe the mad scientist who's not. I mean, he's smart, but not as manipulative. Probably would have been a better direction for your role. Even what's his name from One Piece, the clown Caesar.
Caesar.
Oh,
I think
Caesar.
probably would have been a decent person to put in your role where I think I could
I don't
respect it a little bit more. They're not
see, I don't
horribly
think-
bad. They're not, but they're not heroes either.
I don't think when I think of broken hero, I think of someone in, like, for example, like when it's a weird concept, but like say like when Spider-Man killed what's the name in the second one, and he said he went on a rampage afterwards. It's kind of like that. I don't care anymore. I was, I wasn't able to
that's a
save
rage
people.
moment.
No, but
That's a
I'm
rage
saying
moment.
like he wasn't able to save like most of the reason why they have like, for example, I think with Shigaraki didn't like heroes because his dad was like don't like heroes because of his grandma or whatever. It gave him a reason to like not like heroes because most of his stuff was taken away from him because of that reasoning. Or like
That
hero,
would be like if Killua also gave up on
Yeah,
being with the
like-
Hunter x Hunter Association because of his brother.
because
Like,
of, exactly. So it was like they go the opposite way. It's kind of like I was saying in the other video
we
about
get what a
Sharon,
broken
Yeah,
hero
yeah,
is.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
just
that's why I
think
like the villain. It gives
the
him a
villain
reason.
conversation when you bring up hero or you can think of the good. To me, it diminishes their evil perspective. It's like I would never call Broly a good villain. Why? Because Broly's just angry, or especially old Broly, he's just angry and dumb. So like I can't really consider him a good hero, whether he's doing it for a purpose or not. He's just angry and dumb. So I would never call him a good villain. A good villain to me is somebody who is I do like it typically when they have a story around it. It's more than just the perfect beings, because I think the perfect beings suck.
I think we all can agree,
So
like
good.
the perfect being
Yeah.
on this list, like they're really just there as plot
Cell was
devices.
Cell was
is
not
cool.
cool.
He was a plot
You don't like
device.
Cell?
He was cool,
I
but
don't like Cell.
He was a plot device. He
Cell
was
was
quite
cool,
literally
but-
a plot device. A lot of people on the Z Fighters probably could have gave him decent work, and the
did.
only reason why he kept going was because Goku's an idiot. So to me,
Goku,
it's like you're not a
Vegeta,
good villain, and he
Krillin.
cheated. He's basically going around eating strong people just to get better, and still lost. It still wasn't enough.
Y'all don't like Miriam?
And remember,
Miriam's
he
the
went
perfect
back in
being?
time because Trunks wasn't paying attention.
I like Miriam, but I like Miriam because he has resolve, and because of that Gogi player. You gave me something to kind of relate to the perfect being, which I didn't think was possible, which is why I hold Miriam to such a high high regard. But like Cell, there's nothing to like about Cell. He's just a racist. I mean,
Yeah,
so
I
is
feel like-
Dolflamingo, but like at least I'm racist and like I'm just standing on, and I'm drippy. So like,
Cell just
who
wanted to
pulled
fight
this off?
at the
I
end
think
of the
that's
day.
what
He just
I'm
wanted to
saying.
fight.
That's
It was
what-
like instinct for Cell. But he wasn't. I think in any other
didn't have a
world, if he
purpose.
was surrounded by other people, he didn't really have a purpose.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He
There's
came
no
back in
reason. That's why I
time.
picked what I
He had
picked.
the other androids and just wanted to fight. He was like, all right, well, I'm in my perfect form. Who's gonna fight me? He basically is the villain Goku. He's like,
that's my
fight the strongest.
and that's my problem with Cell. Like, out of all the DNA that Cell has in his system, the Sand genetics literally overpowered everything else he had. Like, he just wanted to fight, and then it got to the point where he could have just achieved his goal. He already got the androids. He could have just blew up the planet in peace. But that's when the Sand DNA kicked in. I want a good fight, and then that's where he ended up losing. I feel like
Super Vegeta.
a character.
He kind of got
Yeah,
manipulated
perfect
by his
Cell.
own pride. That's actually a
That's where the perfect
interesting
characters-
perspective.
Yeah, that's where the
Yeah.
perfect characters fall flat. Like their quest for perfection is always their downfall every time.
Yeah, same thing for Dio, because Dio actually was kind of standing on business. He was almost just pure evil, but his thing was he was so obsessed on being perfect and always wanting to fight the Jonathan Star, the JoJo Star family, that it ended up always working against him, because now his strength also passes on to every person that he fights in the generations to come. He could have just killed Jonathan right then and there, and it would have been done. I'd have been like, all right, perfect. He wins the battle.
fact
But
that
he's like, nope.
The fact there's an anime character named Jonathan is still funny to me.
And he beat Tanjiro.
I think
Like-
we should leave it at that. Y'all let us know what y'all think. Which type of villain is better? The perfect being, broken hero, purely evil, or manipulators? Let us know in the comment section down below. We'll defend our point if you say it's bad. Catch you in the next video. Peace.